Alrighty then. Ah, she put her booty on the dance floor by herself.
Put your booty on the floor tonight, break my legs. Telling your
Got
phone.
1 minute.
Okay. I think we're
So you're
rolling.
going live, actually,
Yeah. This is our second.
Are we live now?
Second time.
We are live.
Yeah, but there's no one on, so we're good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but we are recording. All right. Hey, y'all. What's going on? I am Tripp, and we are tripping with Shane. Hey, Shane.
Hey, how you doing?
And hooray!
Hello.
Ray is our newest volunteer farmer. Well, not newest. We've got another one in the audience tonight. Can't turn the camera around, but Kim is over here. Shane is the director of Habitable Spaces and the Goat Man. Shane milks and feeds the goats twice a day, and he's in the process of teaching, hooray, how to milk goats. So we are going to get a little lesson on goat keeping. Hey, Shane.
Hey.
I've been told we need to keep close to the microphone.
All right.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the goats. For everyone in the audience who's interested in keeping goats, just a few facts about some of the things you've learned,
Right.
and how we're going to be milking the goat tonight.
Right. All right. So these beautiful girls is Amelia, and that's Skila over there. These girls are
Skila.
Nubian.
Skila?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, they're Nubian goats. Yes, they're Nubians.
They're newbies.
Look at the ears. See, they have the long ears.
I love these ears.
But these are big goats. I mean, they're pretty big sized goats, and they produce quite a bit of milk. So I like these, and they're very tame and docile.
Yeah.
So I like these goats the best. As you can see, Amelia was dehorned when she was young. Skila, we didn't do it in time, so we're like, let her have her horns.
Yeah. So Skila's got horns.
Yep.
Yep.
And Skila
She's
is
a horny
Amelia's-
goat.
Yeah, Skila's a first-time mom. She's Amelia's daughter.
Hey, Mealy.
I call her Mealy for short.
What's the full name?
Yeah. Amelia.
Amelia.
Bedelia.
Bedelia. Hey, baby.
Every single animal that has a name has a nickname for me, at least.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
All right. So what are you going to be teaching Hooray tonight?
Hooray is actually pretty trained. He's milked a little this morning.
Hey,
And
Hooray.
he's kind of been learning the steps. He knows all the steps now, so I think now he's gonna actually be doing more of the milking this go round. So we're gonna start with Skila. She's the most difficult. She's a little bit
She's the
touchy.
horny goat.
She's the one that jumps around quite a bit because it's new to her. She's a new mom, so we'll start with her.
All right.
And I'll tell you what, I'll be able to talk us through it.
Okay.
And maybe Hooray, you just be until you feel like you are in too deep. I'll just let you head it up, all right? Sounds good. Let me get you the water and all that.
Okay, and here we go. Hey, Skilly.
So,
Skilly.
I should have grabbed my accoutrements I put in this wash, but so what we put is just dish soap, a little bit of dish soap, and a little bit of witch hazel.
Witch hazel, what's that for?
You know what? I read about it and I can't remember why now.
Oh.
I think it's like kind of a disinfectant. It's kind of it helps to disinfect the teats. The soap just kind of cleans, and then the witch hazel disinfects a little bit more.
Great.
Kim's telling me yes, so I think I got it right there.
Thanks, Kim.
So yeah.
So what have you taught Hooray so far? What's the process of teaching people?
So if you look at this, so Skila's getting bound right now. She's a little jumpy, so we use this little Velcro, little goat bondage thing, if you will.
All right.
And she
Velcro
kind of jumps
handcuffs.
quite high and
My
quite
favorite.
vigorously, and it's a little violent. So
Okay,
we
so
kind of
we will-
strap her leg. We not only do that, we also strap that one leg to the side of the milking stand, and therefore making it more
Anchored.
anchored. Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna come over here. I tell you what, I can be the intermediary. Am I better here with her?
Yeah.
So right now he's just securing her and everything. So what we're gonna do is the first thing you do is you wash their teats with the solution, and then you let them kind of dry a little. And then what we do is there's a little bit of bacteria, or there can be, in the first little bit of the milk, or at least that's the potential for there to if there's any place to be more bacteria, it's in the first bit of milk. So we tend to do.
Are the babies still milking, by the way? Are they still nursing?
Yeah, the babies are only about 5 weeks. 6 weeks to 5 weeks old, depending on which ones.
See if I can get a shot
And
of them.
we've been told there's different approaches.
Hey guys.
And for right now, we're just letting the babies stay with the moms for the most part. I think that's going to be subject to change real soon. In the beginning, I just wanted the babies to have the moms.
Still nursing?
Because you got to realize 2 of them are females, and they're going to be my future milkers too. So I want them to have a good, healthy upbringing.
They're learning from
And
the best.
So see what he's doing right now. He's kind of priming her. He's kind of priming the pump, if you will. But so goats love oak leaves. He's giving her a little bit of a distortion, a little bit of a like, hey, focus on your food over here. What's going on over here, and not what I'm doing. So, where did the get her some more focus too? So yeah, the one thing that's good about, you can do it on your own.
Wait, look, get closer to the camera because we lose you about.
So there's one thing about you can do it on your own, but the one thing is if you have another person, what's helpful is like I can be distracting her right now while Hooray's busy.
Hooray!
So this is a mixture of goat feed that you get from the feed store, and actually horse racing oats. They're sold for horses, not necessarily horse racers, racing horses, but for horses. They love it, so I just mix it in, and then this is alfalfa, dried alfalfa. So it's kind of a combo. Kind of mix it all up, and yeah, they really love the oats, as you can see.
And sometimes you put molasses on, right?
Yeah, that's another good trick, and it's really good for mamas that are pregnant. I forget again what it does, but yeah, we give them molasses here and there. They love it. It's kind of a treat.
All right.
The sugar, the raw molasses is good for them. Okay. Whoa! All right, get my hand out of your way.
So Ray, what does it feel like? Does it? I mean, can you feel?
Like a limp water balloon?
Yeah. And then you're just pulling the moisture down to the bottom and letting it pour out?
You actually don't pull.
You don't?
Yeah, you never pull, you squeeze. And you actually want to squeeze away from the teat, so you start at the base. So what you have to do first, you have to kind of close off the chamber, and that's very important or else the milk can go back up. So you kind of close off the chamber, and then you slowly go kind of in order. So, and the other thing is that Hooray is learning to master is everybody always wants to, and even when I started for the first season last year, I think I did it for the first half of it. Everyone wants to naturally grab the teat and put it right in the middle of their hand.
Yeah.
The problem is that's where the soft, spongy part of our hand is. Right here, you have knuckles that meet these other knuckles, and this is the hard part of your hand. And it's a subtle shift, but instead of this, you actually want to just go like it, just barely shift it to where it's over here and not here. It sounds weird. It's hard to kind of get the muscles to do it at first, but that way, when you compress, you're actually making a full compression from 3 hard sides, not a soft one in the middle. So it's tricky to learn, but that little subtle difference, but it makes all the difference.
How are you doing, Ray? Do you feel like you're learning pretty well? It looks pretty effective, yeah?
I mean, it's way better than it was this morning.
Right.
I did just
See how he's pulling it over and not letting it go to see how it wants to the teat wants to go to the middle of his hand, but see how he's keeping it in the knuckle area. That's the really important part, and it's tricky in the beginning, right?
Yeah, well, it's especially actually pinching off the valve is really
Vital,
cute.
right?
Yeah, it doesn't feel nearly as natural as you'd think.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a full teat.
So you do like what? 1, 2, 3 squeezes on one side, then rotate, or?
Good people can do both at the same time.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do both teats at the same time.
Whoa.
Maybe I can do that over on Amelia just to give you as an example.
Cool.
So maybe that's what we'll do, Hooray. Let you do Skila today, and I'll
thank
do.
you.
Okay. What do you think? I'm not trying to cut you out of being the star.
No,
I mean,
we've
I
got
got
to
the
see
good
the
goat,
double.
that's
Are you
all.
kidding me? Sorry, Hooray.
No, the other thing about the double is you kind of have to. It's tricky because you kind of have to watch the pail too. The one thing about the one-handed, you really got your hand on that pail and they can't kick it or whatever. The thing about the
Skila's a
two-hand, you
kicker.
got to be ready to also.
Skila.
Yeah, it's the goat rodeo every day is what I call it. I mean, so you got to be prepared for while you're doing the double. You got to be prepared to like grab the milk jug if they happen to try to kick it or something too. So there's that. So yeah, I go to the goat rodeo every day.
So how long do you just try to get a full picture every time, or?
It's really more about since they're nursing right now. We're just trying to take off the excess, so we're trying to keep them in high peak production. So they're producing as much as they can, basically. You know, by not only the babies taking what they need, but then us taking the rest. We're kind of stripping the rest. So,
so the babies have to have some too, right?
Right. So the idea is really not to fill the pitcher right now, or not really be too concerned about what our volume is, our output is right now, because they're still babies that are very young. So and they're still in the equation. So once the next couple weeks when we kind of start weaning them off a little, or finding different cycles, which maybe we'll check back and tell you what we came up with, because we're still kind of forming what that looks like. I think Kim, who just showed up today, is going to be real helpful on coming up with a cycle where you maybe remove the babies for a couple of hours before you milk. Like you let them stay with the moms all day, and then for a couple hours before you remove them to make sure there's a bit more milk, and then something to that effect. We're going to figure something out to kind of maybe separating them half the day or something.
And how did you learn all this? Do you have neighbors or people teaching you?
Yeah, both. Definitely read up on all the books, and then it's good to have. There's goat people around. It's good to be connected to the goat people who know stuff about goats. So, I have a friend who I know through the fire department that she's a goat lady too. So she helps me with. She's kind of my go-to, and then she works at the animal clinic that I go to for all the animals, so it's a win-win. So I'll ask her, like, do you think the doctor would, like, do I need to take her to the doctor on this, or can I do this myself? And she'll tell me what she thinks. So
and so what are some of the roadblocks or challenges that you've had owning goats, or what advice would you have for first-time goat owners?
You definitely,
like those people who bought your goats.
You gotta have them trained. You can't be teaching yourself how to milk, teaching them how to get in a milk stand, and trying to milk them all at the same time. There's no way it's ever. So when I first started last season, I was doing all that at once. I didn't know about training them ahead of time. So I got 2 new mamas, never been pregnant before, with babies. Trying to get them trained to get in the milk stand, trying to get them milked. They were fighting me the whole way. It was a total nightmare. It was really, really rough. And also some goats are naturally easier milkers than others. As much as Skeela's giving them a little bit of kicks and stuff right now. As much as Skeela gets a little crazy, she's not that bad. We had a goat named Tallulah that was just crazy. Actually, and Beatrice, who's pregnant too right now. She's a dwarf Nigerian. She's more like a pet though, and like mascot of Habitable Spaces. So I guess you're allowed to have one goat pet or one goat, one animal
Special
pet,
goat.
but then you can't start collecting too many because it's a slippery slope.
Like your neighbor.
So all the other goats are working
rotate?
goats. Beatrice is a mascot.
All right, I'm going to be far away, so I'm just going to let you guys do what you do for a little bit without talking.
So let me real quick fill you in on what just happened there at the end. So
Okay.
he did you wash her again or not yet?
Yeah, I washed her again.
So he washed her teats again. After you're done, you wash them again. We're gonna let them dry, and then we put this stuff on called bag balm. It's really it's used a lot up in the north to kind of help with chapping and stuff like that, but it's actually good to help down here with the thorns and stuff we have. So I'm gonna get that stuff so you can see what it looks like.
All right, so what are we doing now, Ray?
So same thing. We're gonna put this strap on Amelia so she doesn't jump and kick too much.
Oh yeah, did you want me to do this one?
We're just keeping going.
Yeah. So here's the bag balm. This is what we
Alright.
put on her teats.
Cool. Okay,
And
so
some people, believe it or not, Allison said her grandmother used to use this instead of Vaseline, so it can be used on humans.
all right, so we're anchoring her down, and we're getting ready for the double tug. Shane's going to do a 2-handed milking. And this goat is hornless. What's this goat's name?
This is Amelia.
Hi, Amelia.
She was dehorned, her and her sister, before
Hey,
we got
baby.
them. So she still gets these little growths sometimes. You'll see she gets these little nubby things that kind of grow out. They become a little weird shape, and then they'll fall off. So she kind of gets a little. Sometimes she'll get little growths, but for the most part, it was done pretty good.
She looks pretty.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she's down. All right, so now we're going for a double. How do you hold the face and do the double at the same time?
Oh, you'll see. I'll just set it on here. That's actually. So the other thing I want to talk about real quick is everyone has different people have different things they like to milk into. I found the traditional milk pail was too like wide and too tall, but then this is almost too tall. But what I like about this one is just it's a regular just water jar or whatever. But the height of it just works for me, and the smallness. The hole's big enough for me, and not too small and not too big. I don't like it too big to get too much hair and stuff in. Oh, another thing I didn't really do is before you actually milk them, you kind of want to either take a brush or your hand and just kind of dust, just kind of make sure that everything's kind of knocked off, so you knock less of it into the milk. We do strain the milk anyway, but it's good to keep as much caca out of it as you can. So yeah, she's probably getting close to dry now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the first flush, as I call it. But the little, the cat's little milk, if you will. So 1, 2. All right.
So you're clearing them out and just getting
Just the first flush, yeah, just getting the bacteria, the more bacteria laden.
Brian Bulls, you got your milk over here, Brian
Brian
Bulls.
Bulls.
Brian Bulls.
Brian Bulls, you can't
Brian
waste your
Bulls, you
milk.
get on over here.
All right, here we go.
Brian Bulls, what you doing over there?
All right.
Oh, what? Look at that. Wow, it's a double dug. Oh my God. It's like the double rainbow guy. Oh my God, it's a double.
I can already tell that she's not gonna have that much for me. You can tell by how much you're getting and how full it gets when it. See, watch when you squeeze, and then you release. You'll see it fill back up.
Can we see the 2 again?
Okay.
So you're going to be squeezing and releasing on 2 at the same time. Get all up in there. That is so amazing. Brainballs, your milk's right over there.
Come on, Brian.
Brainballs, what you doing here? You can't be here.
Get your hat. Oh
Brainballs.
no. Yeah.
Oh shit, I am so sorry.
Mealy loves to get it.
Oh, she was. Mealy was eating my hat. That's hilarious.
To do that.
That's so funny.
All right. Well, I think we're done with the double because I've
Beautiful.
only got the one left.
Oh, look at all
I'm
that.
naturally right-handed, so I'm better with my right, even on the other teat. So the other thing is,
Amazing.
goats need to be. They're very creatures of habit, so they typically have a side they're milked on, believe it or not. And they might naturally have one, but if you kind of encourage them, like I'm right-handed, so I milk them on their left side. So these goats are accustomed to be milked on their left side. So that is a thing too.
Cool. Brainballs, come get your milk. Would you mind giving that milk to Brambles?
Yeah.
That's another one of the
Here you go.
the daily routines is Brambles comes to get the original squirt. What's it called? The cat squirt?
I just call it the first flush, like you
First
would call
flush.
it a rainwater collection system.
Nice.
I don't know what else to call it. So yeah, so we didn't really get much today. This is a half-gallon pitcher. Probably got a cup and a half.
All right.
We milked this morning. I guess we got a bigger one this morning. It was so early. I guess I
don't
put one of the
remember
bigger ones. I don't
either.
remember how much I got. Do you remember? Did you help me this morning?
Yeah.
You did. All right. Well, that was a long time
All right.
ago. So we wake up early around.
Is that it?
That is it.
All
Now,
right.
of course, I got to wash her and do the bag bomb. Do you want to go ahead and do
Okay.
the bag bomb?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go and take that in?
really quick.
I'll do the bag bomb on Skila just so you can see it, but it's pretty straightforward. Just like applying any kind of lubricant on teat like you do, I guess.
What's this for?
So it's like it's kind of protects with like getting little thorns and stuff.
Like chapstick
It's
for
kinda
the
like,
nips?
It's chapstick for the nips.
It's like nipstick.
it's nipstick.
It's Susie Nipstick.
Yep. So yeah, I just kind of generously put a bit on, and it's not anything that will hurt the babies or anything. It's got a little bit of a no, actually, it doesn't have any fragrance to it. That's just the petroleum or whatever that's in it.
All right, so that's
Yeah.
the final step.
That is it. Well, that, and then we walk them, when they're done, we let them kind of finish eating, and then we walk them back in, and then we do collect the food, because if you leave it out, then, it gets rained on, it can get,
She's
and they think,
sneezed.
even if you take the food away and you bring it back, they think it's fresh.
What you
If
doing?
you leave it in there, they might think it's old.
What you doing there, Brainballs?
Yeah,
Great.
that's basically it. So, yeah.
Amazing. All right, and so we're gonna let's turn this around.
Here comes Maynard to get the rest.
We're gonna keep
Is that
doing
Tripp? Here comes Maynard. to get
Here's
the rest.
Maynard. That's the good stuff. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is going to be at Tripping with Tripp Instagram stories. I think we're going to be able to save this to get to Habitable Spaces YouTube. So we're still ironing details out. Tripping with Tripp podcast comes out August 29th, and we're going to keep these stories, keep it alive, keep the scroll scrolling.
So in real quick, maybe you should just show them the baby goats because everyone loves some baby goats.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We're gonna finish it off with some baby goat therapy.
Thank you,
Hold
guys.
on, y'all. Hold on. What's the best angle?
I don't know what they're right in here.
All right. Baby goats, baby goats, baby goats,
Almond boats?
baby goats.
No, only Skila. Come here, guys.
Hey y'all.
Come here, guys.
Hey
What are you
y'all.
guys doing? You guys are peeing? Are you guys here peeing?
How are you,
Did you just bark at me?
baby
Everybody's peeing.
goats?
Well, there you
Oh
go.
my
All
God!
babies
It's a
are
group
peeing.
pee. It's a pee sesh.
Come here, guys. Come on. Oh, baby goats.
And so they roam free during the day and they eat out in the forest, right?
Yeah, so I'm actually missing a gate back here now. I'm using a piece of plywood at the moment. But that plywood opens up during the day. They go out, and then at this time of night, I separate them from Beatrice, who's kind of difficult when they're going into being milked. She'll kind of headbutt them and try to get them with their horns. So I just try to separate her this time of night. But she's fine with them during the day, it seems. So. Yeah,
Hey,
this little
kiddo.
guy right here is, down
So
here.
we've got one
This is
with
Betty.
fabulous après ski boots,
That's
and then
Skila. That's Skila's daughter.
Skila,
Skila's daughter, Betty.
Betty, Black Betty. Ooh, Black Betty.
This is
And then we have twins, a boy and a girl.
boy and a girl. Yeah, this is the boy right here. He's gonna become a weather real soon. And you
Yeah.
see over here, we have this other weather that's Cabrito is his name.
Cabrito.
So yeah, he's pretty full grown. So
Yeah.
this little guy is gonna become our new companion animal weather. And then when he's
Nice.
old enough, we'll have to probably eat him too.
Hey
And this is Melinda, another little.
y'all.
So yeah, Betty, Melinda, and
Just a little trivia.
number 2.
What's a group? What's the word for a group of goats?
I don't even know.
A trip.
Is it really?
Yes, it's called a trip.
It's called a trip. Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Tripping with Tripp.
All right.
Bye,
All right,
y'all.
guys.
How do I stop it?
Because it is a trip.